The Squid Game Season 3 finalists weren't just random, they were here for a reason. Let's break down every single one and why they were crucial to the story. Let's begin with Kim Yoon-tae, also known as Player 353. Like most other participants, Yoon-tae was in massive financial debt and was approached by the recruiter who offered him a chance to change his life. After playing Dakji and receiving the signature Squid Game card, Yoon-tae decided to join the brutal competition in hopes of clearing his debts. Yoon-tae survived every game up to the jump rope, choosing to continue the games after each round and never showing signs of wanting to quit. Known outside of the game for his math skills, Yoon-tae showcased this ability when he quickly calculated how much money each player would receive after the 5th game. With 44.8 billion won in the prize pool and just a handful of players left, he understood the value of eliminating more contestants. When the final game approached, Yoon-tae and the other 8 finalists rode the elevator up to the arena and discovered that they would play Sky Squid Game. As the platform rose, Jung-dae pressed the button to start the first round. From the very beginning, Yoon-tae, along with fellow O voters Jung-dae and player 203, plotted to eliminate Gi-hoon, Min-soo, and the baby to reduce the number of contestants and increase their potential winnings. This betrayal showed Yoon-tae's willingness to sacrifice anyone for a larger share of the prize. However, things didn't go as planned. During the chaos of the final game, Yoon-tae ended up in a fight with Myung-gi. The fight turned brutal, and ultimately Myung-gi pushed Yoon-tae off the platform into the void, leading to his death. His demise came as a direct result of his greed and betrayal, making him yet another example of how far desperation can push someone in the Squid Game. As cruel as Yoon-tae was, the finalist sitting next to him is even worse. Let's talk about Lee Sung-won, also known as Player 336. When tensions rise between the X and O players before the 4th game, he's seen cursing out the X's, saying that if they want to leave so badly, they shouldn't be stuffing their faces with gimbap. He suggests they should starve instead, which highlighted his increasingly hostile attitude. In Lights Out, Sung-won is seen brutally attacking player 359 using a bed frame, hitting him multiple times. Fortunately, player 359 survived the assault. Later, player 047 wanted to shoot him, along with several other violent O's, players 203, 442, 96, and 296, but was talked down by Gi-hoon before anything happened. Although he wasn't shown much during the 4th game, he is confirmed to have killed player 394, which allowed him to pass to the final round. In the final game, when the group discussed voting for who should be eliminated, Sung-won disagreed, believing that direct elimination through action was better than a democratic vote. After that, he turned his aggression toward Gi-hoon, attempting to attack him. Gi-hoon, however, fought back and drew the knife given to him by the frontmen earlier. Gi-hoon warned Sung-won that if he didn't surrender, he would be pushed off the platform. Before Sung-won could respond, Myung-gi intervened and struck him with a metal rod, sending him falling to his death. One of the most unfortunate finalists, Lee Byung-sung, or player 039, the Lunchbox, is the next finalist. During Hide and Seek, he was assigned the role of Seeker. In one moment, he witnessed Cho Hyun-ju killing player 202 in the Rainbow Exit Room, and hilariously chose not to intervene or confront her. Byung-sang ended up killing an unknown player off-screen, which allowed him to pass the game. Later in Jump Rope, he successfully completed the challenge and obviously became one of the finalists. After discovering that Joon-hee's baby was a player in the final game, he was mortified and exclaimed, "We have to kill her! I can't let this happen!" One of his best moments came when, during his turn in the final vote, player 100 Gramps asked if he even needed to vote, and Byung-sang replied that he had already planned to vote O. Byung-sang aligned himself with Gramps' group for the Sky Squid Game. However, in a shocking and random betrayal, his allies turned on him. They ganged up, beat him, and deemed him the Lunchbox, the player to be eliminated in that round. Although Gi-hoon and Myung-gi ultimately killed his traitors, player 039, now bloodied and broken, had already accepted his fate, ultimately choosing to take his own life by jumping off the platform despite Myung-gi's desperation, which honestly I applaud him for. This next finalist, in my opinion, is easily one of the most unlikable and downright despicable players. Kim Gi-min, better known as Player 203. Like everyone else, he scraped through the first 3 games, but his true colors showed quickly. After the 3rd voting round, when the O and X factions clashed, Jimin was clearly with Team O. He threw his jacket to the ground in rage and got in Daeho's face, showing early signs of just how aggressive and hostile he could get. During the Lights Out game, he really crossed the line. He was seen sneaking around in the dark before brutally stabbing player 094 to death. This is where his ruthlessness came out in full force. Later, he was spotted with his hands up alongside Lee Sung-won, player 096, player 296, and player 442 just before the rebellion broke out when player 047 tried to shoot some O players. In the 4th game, Knives and Keys, Gimin was part of the red team. He waited in a bright yellow room ready to ambush other players once the group split up. He even saved Yongsik from player 197's attack, proving he could cooperate, but only when it served his own agenda. Then came the final game, Squid Game, where everything fell apart for him. After Myung-gi kicked Yun-tae off the platform, Gimin snapped. He pinned Gi-hun down, screaming in rage, and nearly killed him. But Gi-hun fought back, stabbing Gimin multiple times in vital spots before finally overpowering him. Gimin bled out right there on the platform, a fitting end for someone whose violence and betrayal ultimately cost him everything. Of course, I couldn't forget about our beloved Gramps, player 100 or Mr. Im Jung-dae, who was essentially my comedy relief. From constantly pushing the players to continue with the games to making the most hilarious decisions, it was absolutely shocking how he made it to the finals. Like others, Gramps too had his name and debt read aloud in front of the group, causing widespread reactions. In response, Jung-dae arrogantly gloated about how impressive it was that he even managed to secure a 10 billion won loan, using it to show off his former business status. Naturally, he survived the first 3 games. After the Lights Out event, his blood-stained jacket suggested he had killed someone, and he was nearly seen attacking player 359 before guards intervened. In the 4th game, he betrayed the shaman lady after pretending to team up with her, locking her out of the exit door and running off. He managed to survive that game too. But his final moment came in Squid Game, when he tried to manipulate Myung-gi and Gi-hun. After their brutal battle with the other O players, Gramps tried to act like he was on their side, pointing to the dead Kim Gi-min and saying, "Well done guys, you did the right thing. That trash should have died a long time ago." His sudden shift in tone wasn't convincing. Both Myung-gi and Gi-hun saw through his manipulation. As he tried to talk his way out of danger, Myung-gi without hesitation used a metal rod to push Gramps off the platform, leading to his death. It was a fitting end for someone who had betrayed so many along the way, but at the same time, he was so close to winning. I'm sure we all wanted to see how far he would survive. But what about the most unexpected finalist ever, Junhee's baby, also player 222. While some might expect me to end with major characters like Gi-hun, Min-soo, or Myung-gi, we already know a lot about them, so I won't be focusing on them in this video. Despite being a literal newborn, she somehow managed to survive every single game in the Squid Game, thanks to the immense sacrifices of other players, especially player 120, Hyun-ju, and player 456, Gi-hun, who protected her with their lives. She played a massive symbolic and emotional role in the story, and in a way, her presence impacted many of the players' decisions and ultimate fates. While peculiar, by the end of the game, the baby had become the winner of the Squid Game, inheriting the title and prize under her mother's number 222.